Driverless cars are becoming more common in some California cities, but when the autonomous vehicles violate traffic laws, police haven't been able to ticket them. Until now, the state's Department of Motor Vehicles, DMV, has announced new regulations on autonomous vehicles, AVs, including a process for police to issue a notice of AV non-compliance directly to the car's manufacturer. German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius has said the US decision to withdraw 5,000 troops from his country was foreseeable, as the NATO military alliance says it is seeking clarification from Washington. Speaking to the DPA news agency, Pistorius also stressed that the presence of American soldiers in Europe, and particularly in Germany, is in our interest and in the interest of the US. Audiences will have to wait a few months longer to see Narnia, The Magician's Nephew, with the release date pushed back from Thanksgiving to February 12, 2027, in addition to relaunching Narnia on big screens and serving as writer-director Greta Gerwig's first film since Barbie. The Magician's Nephew also looks like the next step in Netflix's relationship with movie theaters, and it's becoming an even bigger step with the delay.
Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi on Saturday called on Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and briefed him on the security situation in the country, the Prime Minister's office, PMO, said. According to the PMO statement, Naqvi met with the Premier in Lahore, where he briefed him on the security situation in the country and the measures taken in this regard.
The governor of Mexico's Sinaloa state has temporarily resigned days after being charged by United States authorities in a sweeping drug trafficking indictment that has further strained relations between the two countries. In a brief video statement posted late Friday, Ruben Rochamoya again denied any wrongdoing, but said he was taking temporary leave to defend himself against the U.S. allegations.
And AI dictation apps have come a long way in a short time. For years they were slow and inaccurate unless you spoke with a particular accent and enunciated clearly. And advances in large language models, LLMs, and speech-to-text models have changed that, producing systems that can decipher speech more accurately while retaining enough context to format the text correctly. And developers have also built in features to automatically remove filler words, fix stumbles, and handle punctuation, outputting text that needs far fewer edits.
OpenAI held a live event in San Francisco where its OpenAI 5 faced 5 human players in Dota 2. OpenAI said the system improves through self-play, completing the equivalent of 180 years of games against itself each day.
And assistive devices, wheelchairs, electric bikes and hearing aids were distributed among special persons in Faisalabad. Deputy Director Social Welfare Amina Alam said here on Friday that the Punjab government had provided assistive devices, wheelchairs, hearing devices and e-bikes, ensure inclusive welfare and social protection of special persons.
Passport processing services at all Pakistan foreign missions have been suspended until further notice due to technical issues at the headquarters in Islamabad. According to official notices issued by overseas missions, the notice states that passport operations at all foreign missions will remain halted, with authorities saying the resumption of services will be announced through official social media platforms.
And Sindh Chief Minister Murad Ali Shah on Saturday advised the public to take precautionary measures as the Pakistan Meteorological Department, PMD, said that heatwave conditions would continue to prevail in the province's central and upper parts till tomorrow, Sunday. And in a heatwave alert, the PMD said hot or very hot and dry weather likely to prevail over most parts of the province. However, heatwave conditions to continue to prevail in the central and upper parts of the province till tomorrow. And the US has warned shipping companies they could face sanctions if they pay Iran for safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz. An alert on Friday by the US Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFA, warned US persons and companies were generally banned from paying Iranian government entities, and non-US persons may risk exposure to sanctions if they pay.
Over 20,000 revellers gathered for an illegal rave on a military site in central France, despite the risks of unexploded ordnance nearby. The event, organised on social media as the Bourges Technival, has been taking place on a military firing range, which authorities have deemed very dangerous. Addressing the cameras following reports of spiralling youth violence, including the killing of the 21-year-old former Israeli soldier Yemanu Binyamin Zalka last week, Israel's National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir was clear. This will be a total war, he said, announcing a national operation to target a surge in youth violence. We will restore security to the streets and calm to parents. Anyone who harms Israeli civilians will face the strong hand of the Israel police and pay a heavy price.
The Punjab Environment Protection Agency, Punjab Pehel, has announced plans to make Rawalpindi the first district headquarters free of single-use plastic, with implementation set to begin from June. Speaking at a press conference in Rawalpindi, Director General Punjab EPA Dr. Imran Hamid Sheikh said laws banning single-use plastic bags are already in place and enforcement is underway, with fines, sealing and other legal action being taken against violators.
An evaluation by the UK AI Security Institute found that OpenAI's GPT 5.5 reached a similar level of cybersecurity performance and was sometimes even ahead of Anthropic's Mythos Preview model. Anthropic had previously limited access to Mythos Preview, citing elevated cybersecurity risks and restricting the release to critical industry partners.
And the Pakistan Meteorological Department, PMD, has issued a heatwave alert for Karachi and several districts of Sindh, warning of very hot and dry conditions over the weekend and into early next week. The Met Office said temperatures in Karachi may reach up to 38 degrees Celsius on Saturday and around 40 degrees Celsius on Sunday, with mercury expected to exceed 41 degrees Celsius on Monday, while feels like temperatures could rise to 49-50 degrees Celsius due to high humidity.
Alex Zanardi, the Italian Formula One driver who became a Paralympic champion after losing both legs in an accident, has died aged 59. His family announced on Saturday. Zanardi was one of his country's most loved and respected sportsmen, credited with helping transform the perception of disability in Italy.
And the suspect charged with storming a security checkpoint and firing a shotgun near the White House Correspondents' Association dinner on Saturday mocked security measures at the Washington Hilton that allowed him to get close to United States President Donald Trump. And I expected security cameras at every bend, bugged hotel rooms, armed agents every 10 feet, metal detectors out the wazoo. The hotel guest, identified by law enforcement as Cole Allen, 31, said in a manifesto ahead of the attack, "And what I got," he added, "is nothing."
A British woman who was denied permanent birth control through the UK's National Health Service on the grounds she might regret the decision has won her case with the country's health ombudsman after a 10-year battle. Leah Spasova, a psychologist from Oxfordshire, spent years trying to obtain sterilisation on the NHS when at the same time her health provider funds vasectomies for men. Malian authorities say they are investigating soldiers suspected of involvement in a wave of simultaneous attacks on army bases across the country last week, claimed by an al-Qaeda affiliate and separatists. A prosecutor at a military tribunal near the capital, Bamako, said in a statement on Friday that 5 suspects had been identified, including 3 active duty soldiers, 1 retired person and a soldier who was killed in fighting near a Bamako army base. Europe should be known for bottle cap AI, not bottle cap memes. With its tongue-in-cheek name, this Prague-based AI startup is one of the teams that VCs think you should know. It is not that European startups never cut through the noise. Lovable and Mistral AI are proof of it. But there are many more that don't have 9 digits in annual recurring revenue yet, and that insiders are still tracking very closely. The Health and Population Department, Punjab, has launched an internship programme under the Directorate of Drugs Control for PharmD students, graduates and postgraduates from public sector universities across the province. The programme is open to...
And Anchor has introduced its first in-house AI chip platform called Thus. The new chip is scheduled to make its official debut on May 21 during the company's launch event in New York City. The announcement marks Anchor's entry into custom silicon development with an initial focus on compact products such as wireless earbuds.
The United States Department of Defense said Friday it has signed agreements with NVIDIA, Microsoft, Amazon Web Services, and Reflection AI that allow deployment of their AI technology and models on classified military networks for lawful operational use. The new agreements follow earlier deals with Google, SpaceX, and OpenAI.
Peshawar, a tribal gathering convened by Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Chief Minister Sohail Afridi on Saturday, decided that a jirga will be formed to hold talks with the federal government and other stakeholders on drone attacks in the province. In the past few days, CM Afridi has condemned persistent drone attacks in KP, even hinting at introducing legislation to criminalise collateral damage in such incidents.
Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, while chairing a meeting on energy sector reforms on Saturday, directed the authorities concerned to formulate a comprehensive strategy to stabilize electricity tariffs. During the meeting, the Prime Minister stressed the need to provide relief to both industrial and domestic electricity consumers and instructed officials concerned to take concrete measures in this regard. He also called for significant improvements in the power transmission system to reduce line losses. Spirit Airlines is shutting down as a business after failing to secure a 500 meters, Alt-Talis 368 meters, bailout from the Trump administration. The budget airline was in talks with the US government about a rescue deal which would have saved it from collapse.
And Israel has launched multiple strikes across southern Lebanon, killing at least 10 people in further violations of a ceasefire declared 2 weeks ago. Lebanon's national news agency, NNA, on Saturday said at least 3 people were killed in an Israeli attack on the town of Shukin in Nabatee district. And passport processing services at Pakistan's foreign missions have been suspended until further notice due to technical issues at the headquarters in Islamabad, according to an official notice issued by the Pakistan Embassy in Saudi Arabia. The embassy said the suspension applies to all Pakistan foreign missions and added that the resumption of services will be announced through official social media platforms. And the government of Punjab has unveiled a 23 billion development package for the province's Kutch areas aimed at improving infrastructure, security and socio-economic conditions. Punjab Chief Minister Mariam Nawaz Sharif said the initiative follows successful operations against criminal elements, adding that the region is now ready for large-scale development.